TSUTigers.com here with Coach Kathy Rulick. Coach, we're about to start conference play here. We had a pretty decent week last week. Good win over East Tennessee State. Good win over first straight set win over Charleston Southern. Talk about what you saw in the performance. It's our last weekend of just full non-conference play.
Like I told the girls, I think we got what we wanted to get out of the weekend, and it was basically to show fight and be able to compete on the next level. And it was all about learning and growing and getting everything we needed right before the conference starts. And I think we did a pretty good job of showing that we deserve some respect and getting prepared for the conference matches this weekend. So I was pretty happy about it. I told the girls, even though I expected us to sweep everybody, I always expect that. And I think we came out with a pretty good showing. We were very competitive in the match versus Central Michigan, and we defeated the second team, and then we came into the Cincinnati match kind of with some just wanting to beat them after they beat us in the first tournament at Louisville, and we just didn't pull it off. But it was very competitive. The matches could have gone either way. It was 23-25, 34-32, and honestly, I felt like we had control over both of those sets. And then we won the third set, so I felt like we could have won in 3 just as easily as we lost in 4. So I told them to hold their heads up. It wasn't about anybody that we played so far. It was about Tennessee State volleyball, and I feel like we are progressing and the girls are growing and learning every day.
Absolutely. You mentioned growing. Who have you seen on the team that has grown the most since the beginning of the year?
Wow. You know what? That's kind of all over the place because we have so many people that's growing at different times. I think Ariana Anderson started out a little bit slow. And now she's starting to catch her rhythm. I think she's starting to feel the whole vibe of conference play is getting ready to start up. So the last couple of weekends, she's been turning it on pretty strong. Great performances, consistent performances by Taylor Swayzer, Naomi Wells, and Haley Hampton. So, other than that, I feel like we have a pretty balanced team and just, great opportunity for us to be successful in 2014.
Looking into this weekend's matchups, beginning conference play, starting off with the defending champs, they've struggled a little bit in non-conference play, but what do you see going into that game? I know some of the girls on the team who was here last year probably have a chip on their shoulder after the matchups last season.
Yeah, and I try to have a different approach to 2014. We're focusing on Tennessee State, and I think we spend too much time focusing on other teams Moorhead, EKU. So we're basically treating them just like another team because I think as long as we execute everything that we have on our side of the court, I don't think they're going to be able to defend anything. And if they do, then we'll make adjustments and then move forward. So I'm trying to keep the girls as relaxed as possible, us focusing on one point at a time, one set at a time, and one match at a time in order to get to where we need to be. So we're actually pretty calm.
Good deal. It's homecoming weekend. What does homecoming mean to you?
Just exactly what it says. It's just a lot of people coming back to Tennessee State, and just seeing so much blue and so much excitement on campus, and it's just a lot of fun. So it's kind of hard, especially it's kind of a double negative, and going into the weekend, it could be a positive thing, could be a negative thing. We're starting our first conference weekend, plus it's homecoming, so it can be exciting, but then on the flip side of that, it can be a distraction. So we're just trying to keep the team focused. And just, like today's practice, I'm taking in the trophy, the OVC medal, just kind of, keeping their eye on the goal of this is what we're here for. It's the conference weekend. I know it's homecoming, but we kind of have to take it kind of like football does. We need to wait until we're alumni before we can enjoy homecoming.
Absolutely. And, Coach, a little bit of a fun thing here at the end here. I know most athletes do in some way, shape, or form, but which girl on the team, or maybe there's a couple girls, have the kookiest pregame superstition or like pregame routine?
The girls are kind of interested in that respect. They kind of go off and do their own little things, and sometimes they're they have this thing about they're still going back and forth about the states. So they like to, kind of compete against each other. So they do the whole, I guess ragging on themselves, or somebody's doing something wrong. Why do you have your hair like that? And then I think that relaxes them when they start to actually go back and forth with each other. And then it's just this team has so much great chemistry. And I really love it, and I really appreciate the girls for actually getting to know each other, and they've gotten so comfortable with each other. They're allowing each other to be able to actually say things about each other that you would normally not be able to say about each other, and I think that makes for a lot of fun, and it gets them closer, and just right now I think we're in a great place, starting our conference season.
Good deal, Coach. Well, thank you again for sitting down with us, and looking forward to the games this weekend.
Yeah, so am I. Thanks.